Oh, hey y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. Hey, if you liked the video, click that like button and click subscribe so that you'll get notifications whenever we post new content. Appreciate you watching. This is the Fat Man. I'm gone. Hey y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. Want to do a little video today on something a lot of people I've talked to in messages and on the Facebook page. Has talked about fly fishing and wanted to see asked me if I fly fished any, and if I did, would like to see a episode or two on fly fishing. And a couple of us got into discussion, and the big thing with fly fishing is the expense. If you go online and you look at some specialty shops selling fly fishing rods, it's literally not uncommon to see some fly rods getting up in the $500–600 range for a good handmade bamboo rod. Of course, you don't need that per se, but you know, I ain't gonna say if I couldn't afford a $500 fly rod that I wouldn't have one. Who knows? I don't want to say I wouldn't. I want to say that I wouldn't, because you know, no matter how much money you got, that's still a heck of a lot of money for something to go fishing with. But what I got thinking about was, is there some kind of a cost-effective, more affordable fly setup that is, number one, not junk, and will do what you need it to do. So number two, is it compact, so if you're going to carry it in to a mountain lake or to a stream somewhere near you, you've got to walk through the forest to get to where you want to go. And number three, will it handle moderate fish? Let's say 2-pound bass, 3-pound bass. Will it handle one of those, if you, or big bull bluegills if you get in them, or a 18-inch trout? So I started looking around, and I found some that I thought, nah, they're in the right ballpark for the price range, but I just was afraid of them. They just looked, the reels didn't look good, and I started reading about the materials, and a lot of them was made with polymer injection molding and plastics, and it just didn't seem like it was a good idea. And for me, that I thought that it would have been something that would have lasted. Till I run across something. I run across a setup from a company called TOPFORT, and they're sold on several different websites. They're sold through, I think Amazon sells them. They're sold through Alibaba. I think Temu has them. There's a bunch of different discount websites that you can get them off of. But the interesting thing about it is, if you look around on some of them that have discount specials going on at the time, you can get one of these setups. This one, I paid $18 for it. Well, $18.98. And I got it through Temu, but I caught it when I had a discount coming, and it knocked it down. It was regularly like 54 bucks. So it's a pretty nice setup from what I saw online. So let's open it up and see what all's in here, and see what it looks like, and see if I made a good buy or not. It looks like it's got a pretty fair case. I like the case. It's a canvas. It's not nylon. It's like tent material, but thicker the way it feels. Pretty nice. This TOPFORT on both sides. Got a nice double strap handle with a big Velcro closure to hold the handle shut. Is it one zipper? Nope, two. It's got two zippers. You can zip to the middle so that you can zip it both ways. I like that. I like having two zippers, because that way if one gives up the ghost, you can always pop it off and still have a way to zip it up. Okay, let's see. Look like you come with a little tackle box. See what all's in there. Look like there's some probably 16th or 32nd ounce split shot. There's 1, 2, 3 fairly large flies, about 4 or 5 medium. Pretty nice looking little flies. I mean, they're not junky looking flies. Check this one out. They got a lot of good color. Look like they got good hooks on them. They're more silver hooks. Here's one of the larger ones. Somebody put that's got real feather on them too. It's interesting. And let's see what else we got. Oh, now this is handy if you fly fish or if you do any kind of fishing. This is a pocket tool for cutting line. It's got a knockout right there if you got to knock paint out of the eye of a jig. It's got a pair of clippers to clip your line with, especially if you're using braided line. Man, it takes something to cut them. And it does have a hook remover. About to drop the whole rig. Yeah, it's got a hook remover. That's pretty cool, guys. That little tool right there is handy. Let's see what else we got. Okay, and you got some indicator poppers. Okay. And that's why the split shots are in there. The split shots are in there so you can put on the line, and this indicator won't go past where the split shot is, and you can pop with this, and then if a fish takes the line, you can see the indicator go down. Another cool way to do this if you don't want to use the split shots is you can run the line through that center hole. Hope you can see it. And keep a few toothpicks in your little tackle kit and stick a piece of toothpick up in there and break it off, and that'll keep the popper where you want it, and it'll make it a lot more effective, and you don't have to worry about the split shot coming off or pinching your line with a split shot because the toothpick won't hurt it. That's pretty interesting. It's got that much stuff with it. Pretty nice little solid closing box. Let's see what else we got. There's another tippet, looks like. Okay, yeah, I read on the website it was supposed to come with a number 2 tippet and a number 4. So the number 2 must be on it because this is the number 4 that's in a pack separately by itself. So that's cool. It's a 9-foot tippet. It's a tapered leader. So that's something interesting. Let's see what else we got. Anything else in that pocket? Yep. What's this? Oh, okay. Well, I know what that is. That's a fisherman's reel. So what you can do is you can snap your box. You can actually put your box on the snap part of this. Let me show you. Just snaps on, and then you can put it in your pocket, and you can take your fisherman's tool. Come on, fisherman's tool, go right through there. Okay, and then you can actually take your box, put it in your pocket, and then if you hook a fish or you got to tie a new bait on, a new fly on, after you put your box back away, you can just pull this out and use it, clip the stuff, whatever you got to do, take the fish off the hook, whatever you need to do, and just let it go, and it goes away. You don't have to worry about losing it. It's always going to be right there when you need it, and that's so handy. Let me look around here and see. Usually got, yeah, okay. Now this is something I like to do. A little pair of cheap forceps. You can buy these. You can get these off Amazon, like 10 of them for $5, and they're very handy. I use them here in the shop, all kinds of stuff working on small engines. But you can take one of these, thread it on there just like you did your fisherman's tool. Now you got a really good thing to remove hooks with, and it's hanging right on your little fisherman's reel, out of the way unless you need it. That's pretty neat. That's a good little kit that comes with these. Pretty neat. Like I said, now where I took that out, I've got an empty space in the box. Throw you a few toothpicks. Matter of fact, let me look in here. Yeah, here's some right here. Here's a few. Just drop some toothpicks right down in that. Now I got some toothpicks down in there. Close her up. Now I'm set up. I can use my popper indicators at any depth I want. I can pin them with the toothpicks. I've got plenty of toothpicks. There's like 6 or 7 of them that was laying there that I put in there. I've still got split shots if I want to get my fly to sink, and they're really small split shots, and you can actually use the forceps to close the split shots up with. These things are a lot stronger than you think. That's a handy little kit right there for fly fishing. That you just stick it in your pocket and go. And you could probably even roll this bag up that's got that tippet in it, put it right down in that, so you got everything right with you. Let's look what else we got. Okay, here's the reel. Pretty neat looking little fly reel. And it's not plastic bodied, it's aluminum anodized. I like that. Let's see, is the spool removable? Oh yeah, got an easy, quick removable spool, just in case you get a mess up and things get wrapped up and you need to get in there or to grease stuff. That's neat. And you could actually probably go to TOPFORT and order extra spools for this particular model of reel, and have it set up with heavier or lighter tippets already, or maybe one with a sinking line instead of floating, because this is definitely floating back, and that's in it right now. The fly line is definitely floating, but it's pretty good feeling reel. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, boy. Now I wonder, let's see if the drag is adjustable. Oh yeah, it's got a nice adjustable drag, and it's sensitive. Yeah. Oh yeah. Handle's good. I like the handle. It's got a not too big of a handle to be bothering stuff when you're trying to work in, like I say, in the tight spaces. Maybe it's you're on a river bank or a creek bank, and there's a lot of weeds and stuff, but it's big enough to where you can get on it and you can get a fish on the reel, and that's going to work nice, guys. That's neat. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's look at what else we got. Okay. How's that in there? Velcro. Okay. Like a pool shooting bag. Sticks in a separate bag. That. Pretty nice. Now this is a nylon bag here, almost something like tent stakes would come in or something. But it's not, doesn't feel real thin, and it feels pretty tough. So let's see what we got. Here's the big end. Let's take a look at that. TOPFORT Fly Aim number 5 and number 6. It does have a line holder right there, like that. Now here's something I like. Okay, it's got the aluminum reel seats, and it does have split rings to screw up to hold the reel on. Instead of just having one thing that screws up, it's got one that screws up, and it's got another one you'll screw up against that once the first one gets tight as a boss nut to keep it from backing down. I like that. That's a feature I wasn't expecting to see, along with this really nice cork handle. It's not, and it's a tapered handle, so man, that feels really good in your hand. I was not expecting to see quality like that in a reel and rod setup that was this cheap. I mean, that's really nice. That looks really good, and that cork is awesome. And I really like those reel seats. I was fully expecting the reel seats to be plastic. I already had the zip ties in mind. Nice looking wire eyes. The first eye is guided, and then just straight stainless steel twisted wire eyes after that. And it looks like the joints are spooled. That's good. Fairly thick, but it's really light. It's really light. I like that. Go on to the next piece. It's like Christmas morning up in here. Okay, again with the stainless steel twisted eyes, and they are wrapped on. Man, they got a really nice job on the clear coat and on the wrapping on these. I'm kind of shocked about the way, if it's works as good as it looks. I'm really shocked that it was that good. Now, we got another piece here. Actually, I feel two pieces. Okay. Okay, and the last eye, it is not guided. It is stainless steel, but and the rest of them are still stainless steel twisted all the way down. And like I said, a real good job on the finish and on the wraps. And even each joint is wrapped. You can see that bump. Each one of the joints is wrapped like that. There's another compartment here. I don't know why there would be another rod piece in here. This is another final piece. Well, let's see if there's a difference. Maybe it's a different weight. Maybe. Let's see, they're going to be the same length. They're exactly the same diameter, so I couldn't imagine them being a different weight. No. You know what? I think they just send you an extra. Maybe they've done it by mistake. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they didn't do it by mistake, because there's 5 slots and individually sewn in this bag for 5 different sections of rod, and it only takes 4 sections to make the rod. So they send you a spare tip in case you break one. Nice. Let me put this rod together real quick. I'm inside the building, so I'm not going to be able to like throw a fly on there and go to whipping it, but I just want to see how this thing feels once it's put together. Seems like it's got a nice snug fit going together. I'm not going to be able to get enough distance between me and anything to... Hey, I like that. Yeah, it's got a lot of nice flex to it. It's not too light. It's pretty stiff. That'd handle a good 2 or 3 pound fish. I don't think it'd be no issues at all with a decent sized trout or a bass or big bluegill on it. For 20 bucks. 20 bucks. I mean, you wouldn't want to go spend a bunch of money fly fishing anyway until you figured out, can I even do this? But let me get that reel set in this reel seat and see how that... Sorry about that, guy. Takes a little time to put all this stuff together. Let's see how that... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be nice. That will be nice. That, I believe, will do exactly what I need it to do. Yeah, boy. It's an 8-foot rod. Guys, I'm really impressed with it. TOPFORT is the name. But guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this little video about this fly rod. Hope to see y'all out there. Go pick you one of these up. Maybe y'all see you guys out there flinging flies too. It's the Fat Man. I'm gone.